I'm back another album review. Today's review is on Relapse by Ministry. This is the band's 12th studio album, and their first since 2007's The Last Sucker. The album was recorded and mixed at 13th Planet Studios. It was produced by Al Jorgensen and co-produced by Sammy D'Ambrosio, who also provided drum programming and engineering. The band didn't have a drummer for this album, which is why Sammy used a drum machine. The executive producer was Angelina Jorgensen, who provided additional vocals along with Marty Lopez and Hector Munoz. The mastering was done by Dave Donnelly at DNA Mastering. The album was released on March 23rd, 2012 on AFM Records. The only members of the band who performed on every song were Al Jorgensen and Tony Campos, given the fact that Tony was their bassist at the time. They also had Mike Scotcha, Tommy Victor, and Sin Corinne on guitars. Now let's talk about the songs. The album's intro is Ghoul Diggers, which is my favorite track on the album. The song itself is about how the music industry profits off of dead musicians. Al goes as far as to name drop musicians who have been dead for years or even decades. The musicians in question are Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Amy Winehouse. Al claims that they're the lucky ones because they don't have to deal with anyone profiting off of them since they're already dead. He later exclaims that he's not dead yet, given the fact that he was 53 when this album came out. He's currently 67 as of the making of this video. The chorus has Al saying, "I'm not dead yet," 8 times in a row. A music video was made, and there's a link in the description. You can even see Mike Scotcha doing a guitar solo, and he nailed the shit out of it. Now, the track also has Casey Orr on bass and keyboards. The next track is Double Tap, which was released as a single on February 24th, 2012. The song is about when the Navy SEAL Team 6 took out Osama bin Laden, and it's been 15 years since that happened. Rest in piss to that motherfucker. Also, my dad sometimes plays a song on his radio show, and it's the only song on the album that Sin performed on. After that is Free Fall. Al was the sole writer of this track. Next up is Kleptocracy. This is the first track on the album where Tommy was on guitar, and he helped to write the lyrics. Up next is United Forces. This is a cover of the song by Stormtroopers of Death, and it's a damn good cover. It's also fair given the fact that SOD have covered the Ministry song Stigmata and nailed the shit out of it. My dad sometimes plays this on his radio show. We followed up with 99%ers, which was released as a single on December 23rd, 2011. This track is about the Occupy movement, which started in 2011 and was referenced on South Park. Occasionally, my dad plays this track on his radio show. The track received a music video, and there's a link in the description. That's followed by Relapse, which is the title track. Al acknowledges the apocalypse that conspiracy theorists believed would take place in 2012. The song itself is sort of a metaphor for the band getting back into the habit of making new music. And this review is a metaphor for me going back to reviewing Ministry albums. Right after that is Weekend Warrior. Mike and Sammy helped write the lyrics, and Sammy even provided vocals for this track. The second to last track is Get Up, Get Out, and Vote. It's basically Al encouraging people to vote in the 2012 U.S. presidential election, and then President Obama was re-elected that year. The album's outro is Bloodlust, Now, there's also a song by Body Count called Bloodlust, but it's not a cover of this song. Now, there are certain versions of this album that contain a few remixes. You can see that my copy has the Defibrillator remix of Relapse, and it was remixed by Sammy D'Ambrosio. When researching this album, I read that it was number 193 on the Billboard 200. It was also number 16 on the US hard rock albums, 32 on the US independent albums, 46 on the US rock albums, and 20 on the US tastemaker albums. The album was also number 45 in Finland, 72 in Germany, 56 in Sweden, and 99 in Switzerland. Critical reception was mostly positive since the album has a 68 on Metacritic. Now thought it was okay, but those corporate cocksuckers at Consequence of Sound didn't like it. Consequence is notoriously, they're notorious for completely fucking up their greatest artists of all time lists by only including those that are / have been popular, instead of giving a shit about lesser known artists that the general public views as being better. Rolling Stone magazine and Billboard are also guilty of the same shit. Those corporate music publications such as them are full of shit. Therefore, fuck Rolling Stone magazine, fuck Billboard, fuck Consequence of Sound, and especially fuck Pitchfork. Now for my thoughts. I think this is a really good album. Al really knows what he's doing when making music. And it's great that the band was successful in making a comeback. It's also pretty cool that his wife was involved in the making of this album. Sadly, this was the last Ministry album that Mike Scaccia worked on before his passing. More on that in the next episode. Overall, I recommend checking out this album. Now it's part where I question you. Have you listened to Relapse? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? How did you feel about Ministry's comeback with this album? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify you of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.